Welcome to Dodders Football Stand. Manchester United have started their season with a fantastic 4-0 win against West Ham United, which of course we won't be happy, which I don't really care about. But yes, fantastic game, and of course it was a brilliant result. I was watching it from Newcastle and Newcastle upon Tyne. If you're from there, give a good woo. Manchester United, of course, 2 goals from Lukaku as his first match for Manchester United in Old Trafford, his first Old Trafford game in the Premier League, and he helps United with 2 goals get another 4-0 win. Goals also came from Martial and Paul Pogba. Joe Hart made his debut as well. He did not play well. Well, of course not. He conceded 4 goals. Manchester United really should have got loads more goals. He had 22 shots and only 6 on target, if I'm right. Nemanja Matic made his debut for Manchester United, and what a start. He didn't get a goal, but Manchester United's Nemanja Matic got man the match, would you believe? And that's his debut as well. What a fantastic debut. Eyebrows were raised when United's manager managed to snare Matic from champions Chelsea for 40 million. And him, Lukaku, and probably the rest of the team that was making their debuts, there was only Lukaku and Matic making their debuts. Martin Atkinson was the referee, and of course they definitely showed Old Trafford and all the fans there that exactly what they can do. For West Ham, they had Joe Hart and Zabaleta, Arnautovic and Hernandez making their debuts, and I think they wished he hadn't. It was a dreadful game from West Ham, and deservedly lost. They played awful. They just played dreadful. They didn't look like scoring. Manchester United looked like the team who should have put... Man United really should have put loads more goals in. They should have won like 8-0, because the amount of shots, they had 22 shots, and if I'm right, 6 on target. Well, West Ham had 6 shots, 1 on target. So they didn't look like scoring at all. It was awful for them. Really, we don't care. But, that is Manchester United at the top of the league with 4 goal difference, all 3 points a minute. So Huddersfield in second because of goal difference. Top 5 are Arsenal 5th, Spurs 4th, Man City 3rd, Huddersfield 2nd, Manchester United top of the league, and Liverpool down to probably 7th or something now. Oh hello, we got breaking news coming in from the Riverside Stadium today. Now you might realise yesterday, I don't know if you know, Manchester United, Borough beat Sheffield United, and there was fights going on. Let's have a look here. I'm going to read exactly what it says here. Children as young as 10 years old were injured after a brawl broke out between more than 200 football fans in a court park outside the Riverside Stadium. 5 people were arrested after the Middlesbrough versus Sheffield United game. Cleveland police said that youngsters were terrified by the violence, which left 1 police officer in hospital. Sheffield United said the culprits are facing ban orders. Those held remain in custody till inquiries while the inquiries continue. This order began as soon as Sheffield United scored. Of course they were all celebrating, and then of course the flag went up. Borough got the points, and Borough, of course, are going way and all that crap. Obviously, and then of course when that happened, all you saw was Sheffield United fans running towards the stewards. I think it was about at least 50, 60, 70 of them. And then of course the Borough fans started going to the stewards, and of course there was all hell, loads of things thrown, and each other. And it was not. It was not a nice thing to watch from the West Stand. I'm sat at the West Stand, right behind, like less than a wall behind the radio. I think I was seen on the Borough screen at the Riverside Stadium. If you Borough fans that were there, I think I might have saw myself on it. But I don't know. I didn't see myself on Sky Spitz, but never mind. So the sort of began when Blades fans thought the team had got a point. Only it was disallowed. Shame. People have said it's an absolutely Force would not tolerate violence of this nature, said Assistant Chief Constable Jason Harwin. Police had their work cut out there. The vast majority of fans accept that the game is a family game, watched by children, parents and grandparents, and a lot of times patients who are stuck in hospital at the minute. A lot of times it's watched by them. Terrifying for children to witness such violence. Unfortunately, a small minority of people behave in a manner which puts innocent people at risk, which I agree. That if a goal's been disallowed in the last minute, yeah, I can understand you're not happy, but there shouldn't be anything happening. There should be no violence. There's no need for violence in a football match. It's just a game. When it's just a game, you play how it is. If a goal's offside, yes, you are annoyed, but there's no need to go and start running towards the home fans and starting an absolute brawl outside of the game, outside of the Riverside Stadium. It has happened before in the Premier League. Leicester City fans fight with Borough. West Ham did. Manchester City fans did. Who else did? A lot of the Premier League fans have fighted with the Borough fans, and a lot of time it is not caused by the Borough fans, so Borough should not get fined. It is Sheffield United that should be fined. Losers. So, also Sheffield United's Chief Operating Officer Andrew Burks has said, "We will not condone this type of behaviour, particularly when the vast majority of the thousands of our fans attend home and away fixtures simply to enjoy watching the Blades in action." Now, I think that they should get banning orders. They should get banned from having a season ticket. They should not be allowed to go to they shouldn't be allowed to go to any away games, is what I'm saying. For those who probably won't agree, yeah, you can go to the home games because you won't cause any trouble there. It's the away fans that always cause the trouble at the games. And really, the troublemakers from Sheffield United should definitely be banned for all the away games. Should not be able to go to any single away game in oh god, here we go. Shouldn't be allowed back into away matches in the Championship because, yes, they're promoted. It's their first away game of the season. They should not be allowed to go to any away game. And I might be sounding harsh, but that is my opinion. Troublemakers shouldn't be allowed to go to an away game. I don't know, do you agree with me that, Mark? Whether he's still there. I don't think Mark's still here. Hello, Mark. Never mind. But yeah, that's it basically. Manchester United get a 4-0 win. Good start to the season, and it's been a fantastic weekend for me. Borough win, Bayern won, Manchester United win. 9 points out of 9 for me. Way! And Daz's transfer show has been changed. It will be tomorrow. You can only get me on Facebook, which is the same name as the my name on Facebook is the same as the channel. So make sure to subscribe and get mad in the comments about all these games and stuff. And of course, I've had a season ticket for 11 years, and this is the worst thing I've ever seen at a match, said an 18-year-old student called Carl Draper. Travelling supporters stormed the gate like an army, but both fans said home supporters weren't blameless for that at all. Strangers picked off seemingly random. Shocking scenes caught as a teenage wolfman stranded in central of the disgraceful skirmishes, which made Bows victory again. Oh dear. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks. Get mad in the comments about these breaking news and stuff. For United fans, put Glory Glory Man United in the section below, or put hashtag Glory Glory Man United stuff. I'm not doing shout out videos anymore, because I can never get anyone to shout out, so I'm not going to do them anymore. But obviously, thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow for... yeah, I will see you tomorrow for the Daz's transfer show, and I will be on Facebook with my guests. Problem, well, I don't know who. But anyways, see you tomorrow. See ya.